What is up, HotMakes? Welcome to HotMakes Live, right here on the HotMakes channel on YouTube. I'm Nerdy J, and there's nobody over there tonight. Well, not yet, at least. We have a very awesome special show. Let us know in the chat how we're doing, if you can hear us, if you can see us, what you're drinking. I got the water today, and I'm going to get right into it pretty quick. First of all, thank you so much for sponsoring the episode. We really appreciate it, and if you're here joining us right now, $50 to Amazon. Later, we're going to give a gift card away, $50 to Amazon. So stick around with us. Hit that link in the description of the video. Also, it'll be posted every 5 minutes in the chat. So click on it, enter, and let's have some fun. But before we get rolling too far, I got to bring in my special guest hosts. I've been pumped for this show. We have a kind of a fun relationship behind the scenes and kind of our little group of mentors behind the scenes. And I'm really pumped to bring these three guys in. Ladies and gentlemen, first we got Bryan Vines. Bryan, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. Kris Kersey, how you doing?
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Oh, we're great. Last but not least, Garret, how are you? We're in a rave. Just start, twisting. I don't know what we do, but
I don't know if we have enough sound effects for this party.
yeah.
Apparently we do.
We do. We got Gary behind the scenes. He has all of the sound effects, so don't worry about sound effects. But if you're new here, welcome to HotMakes right here on HotMakes Live. I'm popping out the chat so I can see you guys and actually conversate as myself as well as HotMakes. But yeah, we have some fun. We go through some cool stuff, and currently in the midst of not having a permanent co-host, we have all sorts of awesome hosts that's been joining us. And this week, like I said, Bryan Vines, Kris Kersey, and Garret are my cohorts. There you go. So I think most of you guys know who these guys are, but cohorts would be a good word. But let's start with Bryan. Bryan, who are you? What do you do? And we'll just kind of go around the circle and then we'll get into fun stuff.
I'm just some guy that does 3D printing stuff. Got a YouTube channel, got a presence on the Twitters, and that's pretty much it. I'm me. Next. You're Kris.
I'll be next. I'm Kris, and I run the channel Kersey Fabrications. Much like Bryan and all these other guys, you'll find me on other socials as well. I 3D print some things, and I have a couple of printers, and I like to make things with electronics, and more of that coming to the channel. So that's it. Next up, we go that way.
I just want to interject. Kris is like, I have a couple printers, and I make videos. What he didn't tell you is he makes 4-part series videos in one. No.
If you like long form content, you should definitely head over to my channel and check it out.
But it's super
epic mini series.
Yeah.
It's happened. I did one epic mini series. It was 4 parts, at least.
Garret, where are you?
Hey guys, I'm Garret, and I run 3D Print Farm on YouTube. I do 3D printing, FDM printers, resin printers, and lasers. And I actually do live on a farm, and I have a small, it's not really small. It's actually a huge herd of different types of animals. So, yeah.
Well,
I have heard of different types of animals.
A pretty famous donkey, I think. Too,
oh yeah,
right?
Yeah. He's on here.
That's awesome. Well, I'm super pumped. What a lot of people don't know is we have a little, group in the background where we bounce ideas off each other and stuff like that. And I really appreciate that with you three in the last, I don't even know how long we've been doing that, year or something. And it's been awesome to see everybody's channels growing together and coming together like this. Like 3 of my favorite people is just awesome. So thank you guys for coming on the show. I definitely appreciate it. I know we got some awesome people in the chat, and Gary's throwing up all the fun stuff.
I'm just sorry
that
we had to kill off your.
From Bryan?
I'm just sorry we had to kill off your old co-host to get on here.
Yeah,
he's a rock now.
he's perfect. He's in rock form right over here. We like to say this show's about hard rock, so
But
Also, you forgot
There it
Bryan,
is. Thank you.
Pun Master in your description, because if you guys have seen Bryan anywhere, especially on chats or anything, Pun Master is it.
Yeah, I can't do them on demand. If the situation presents itself, puns will happen, but
They have to come naturally, or it just doesn't feel right.
yes.
I think Becky is with us from Thangs, and she said, I used to live next to a donkey. They sound interesting. We're just going to leave that there. All right. No, I love seeing the donkey on your show. What's his name again?
It's Hot Rod.
Hot Rod, that's right. That's amazing. And but we have an awesome show today. We have some awesome HotMakes today. We have a giveaway, actually a couple giveaways at the end. We have a $50 gift card courtesy of Thangs again, and we'll do that towards the end. And also Rich over at Green Gate 3D threw in a roll of his recycled PETG, and it's translucent yellow. And we'll show you why in a little bit. I got a special video to pop up for you guys, but
I don't think
it's
we
going to
want
be
to
a lot
see
of fun.
why.
That would be good for printing snow cones.
There you go.
I stay away from the yellow ones, Bryan.
Yeah.
No, they're lemon.
So good. Oh man. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super pumped. What are you guys up to? Anything new in the pipeline that you can actually mention with us while we're here? I know, we got a captive audience. They might tell someone. So
Are we going to raise hands here? What's the order of operations?
whatever.
We'll go Bryan first because he's up top.
I've got a bunch of videos I need to make. I need to find time to do it.
Well, you put out one today, right?
I mean, huh?
You put out one today, right?
I did. The inspiration came to me over the weekend, partially because the UFO box finally landed. I was like,
So it was
I can get
literally
this one done
delivered
quick.
to your door. Your inspiration came snail mail.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
How about you, Kris? Anything cool?
yeah, this is about like the first time ever I've got actually have videos in the pipeline, and that never happens to me because I'm usually they take so long to record and edit to begin with, so I don't usually have time to film that many. But this time I have several going, so I've got part 2 of the H2 extruder one where I actually show how I install it, and that's what's coming up next.
I'm proud of you, man.
Nice.
I know, right? It's this YouTuber life while trying to maintain a stable financial situation. But yeah, I've got some stuff coming. I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome. I don't know if you can speak to it much. How about you, Garret? I know you said you got something cool, but I don't know if you could talk about that yet.
Yeah, I can't talk about that one yet. It's a Kickstarter that's coming.
No, I meant the other one, the big one.
Oh, the Super Racer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
sitting
gonna
back
be
here.
awesome.
It's
The
sitting
one
back
that's-
here in the box.
The one that's not behind you in the box.
The one that's not behind me in the box. That's right. The Ethel Sun Super Racer that just came in today, so look forward to doing that pretty soon. I've got a Mars 3 that's I'm shooting some video on now, as well as the Mercury X bundle, and
Nice.
got some instructional videos going to be coming along. There's been a lot of questions about Z-Wobble, and I'm all too familiar with Z-Wobble with dealing with the anycubic photon years ago, and I've got some tests that anyone can use, and I'm
Nice.
going to be going over that as well, just to show does my resin printer have Z-Wobble? So yeah,
Very cool.
I think that's neat. You're going to be doing some videos on Mars.
videos on Mars. Yes.
That was the problem with my first resin printer, and I actually never even published that review because I was trying to get them to fix it. And
Yep.
but yeah, terrible Z-Wobble, and the prints were just like, this wasn't what I had planned to do, so never got that one published.
Hey, sometimes you need to publish those wobbles, right? And then you could put the wobble in the background. And I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, right over my shoulder there. There's the 3 hiding right somewhere, right there. There's a Mars 3 somewhere. We did a live. I think we did a live stream on that one. That's a lot of fun. But no, it's super cool because the fun thing about this is that we all have our unique styles. We all have a different style on our channels. Even if we cover some of the same stuff, it's all different. So if you're watching, you haven't seen any of these guys' info. Check out the description.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Secret book there.
It's a secret
Someone was
book.
asking about the books, and some of them are storage. I need storage that doesn't look terrible.
What the?
We've been cheated.
I'm curious to try this stuff here.
You
This
are
is
fake news.
The Onyx Pro 410.
Let us know how it tastes.
It's powered by Loctite.
Oh,
So we'll
Oh.
see. We'll
Is
see
it?
what it
Do you need
does.
to? Do you have to thaw it since it's?
I think
frozen?
so. I think if you put it in your printer, you won't be able to get it out as soon as I.
I'm wondering, like,
Yeah,
you should
so-
have mad bed adhesion with that. right?
Exactly. Maybe it's too
That
good.
FEP sheet should just.
That's not a fuel additive, is it?
It might be.
It looks
I'll
like
let you
the
try
bottle
first,
looks
Brian,
like it.
on your vehicles, right?
Well, Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Well, I tell you what, let's jump into some. We got some awesome hot makes, and I know the peeps are here to see the hot makes, and we have a good chunk today. I pulled some good ones out, and I'm super pumped for you guys to see them. Ladies and gentlemen, hot makes time. There we go. All right. So you guys I think you've all been on like individually in the past, right? I think. I can't remember.
I think
Or
so.
maybe if it
Yeah.
was this show. Chris is like, no. See ya. All right. So anyways, we've all been in. No, I'm just joking.
Bye, Chris.
Oh well, fun while it lasted.
So good.
That's
So
sad
good.
trombone.
So with hot makes, we're going to check some stuff out. We're going to comment on it and have a little fun. But I'm really curious to see what you guys think of this first one. It was Killa Prince says this has to be the next hot makes, and I click on it's from Reddit, and somebody designed a printed working Simpsons TV, and yeah, I think
Nice.
it plays the first 11 seasons at random without the internet. So
I,
look at
I
that.
absolutely love this one. I did see this one, and one of the things I love about this one is it's so functional yet just it's adorable, right?
That's
It's
like
adorable.
a perfect desk toy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Well, and I love that the buttons function, and not only that, but the print is clean and the screen is super clear.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was brilliant because I mean, from an electronic standpoint, it's not that complicated, but it was the vision to put it together that makes it so awesome.
I
So
like
what
the
did they
part
throw
right
in
at
it?
the
Is,
end, though.
is it an Uno or is it a Raspberry Pi? What's running it?
I actually didn't dig into it to see. It's
Right
probably
here, it's
Raspberry Pi
a
Zero.
Pi Zero.
Pi
It's a
Zero.
Pi Zero with 32 gig card, and it's connected to a 640 by 480 display, which looks gorgeous from what I saw. I mean, it really did look
But
good.
those small TFTs look great because
Oh, yeah.
that's a lot of pixels in a small amount of space, and so it looks really sharp.
Yeah, the power cord in the back, that was cool. The TV
And
has
Caleb's
high
right there.
resolution.
That is probably higher
It's true.
upscale.
I love that it's running Jesse Light, and all the episodes were compressed specifically for that screen. So I thought that was really
saved a
cool.
lot
If
of
you-
space.
You're right. But if you want to check this out, don't forget in the link. There's a link in the description below to a Google Doc, and I will put all of the links in there. Don't go. I mean, you could go to Amazon. Just use.
Jim,
my-
you have nothing to sell here. This is
I'm still stuck on the Amazon gift card. That.
oh,
But yeah, I'll make sure that all the links get in there. Just remembering, I don't know if I did that for this episode, but after the show tonight, I'll make sure all the links get in there, and you can see everything we see. But I would say this is super hot. Let us know in the chat what you think. And I know we had some good comments there, so great. Now we need a Tensegrity Simpsons TV. Speaking of 3D Print Bunny, I don't know if you guys have been following.
Wow.
But-
I hadn't seen those.
Look at
So
that.
she has been making Tensegrity everything. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but she found a way to make Tensegrity tables. It started with a little table, printing, and the string or whatever, the line holding it all together is just bridging. And it you set it up and it works actually really cool. and she's been doing all sorts of awesome stuff. Well, Repcord said you should turn these into a fancy shoe, and it's not fancy, but it's a shoe. That's what she says. But check this out. This is a tensegrity sandal, or I don't even know what you would call this thing. I thought she called it something, or maybe Repcord did.
I think I saw that video. We need that video over there on the right.
Yeah.
I want to see what it looks like walking in it. Go down a little bit.
Right. So there you go. I wanted to make sure we saw this too. So this is
okay, cool.
Totally free floating between here, and it's held up by this bridging here. A little bit of stringing, but she calls that out too. We got a sandal going, and then
there we go.
Yeah.
Functional print.
There's a sandal. And
take them to the beach.
It holds a full bunny, and it's a tensegrity sandal. So
nice.
I mean,
I think we need to call it the hang tin segrity sandal.
Hang tin segrity. You gonna coin that phrase there, Brian?
Oh,
that one's free. I do free marketing.
That is free marketing.
Yeah, free marketing.
I actually tried to print I printed the TIE fighter, the tensegrity table TIE fighter, but one thing is I was using Elmer's glue stick, and when you try to remove that print, I'd always end up snapping the threads, and it's like you got to have a flexible plate to take, and you got to take them off really easy.
You have to be super gentle with it, and not only that, but I believe she prints it in point 0.3, right? I think she prints at 0.3, and and if you go smaller than that, as I found out a couple times when I tried to get it to work, it doesn't work very well. It's too thin.
I think I've got some tiny toasters here as well.
Yes. It's been a minute since I saw it.
To feel love.
I love it. Well, the next one comes from her as well. So a couple weeks ago, I had Devin from Make Anything on. We did these really fun acrylic pours with Mixed Media Girl, and it was a super fun episode. And she saw this one here, and she's like, I think I can replicate that. So she said, I liked your first painting, so she thought she'd have a go 3D printing it.
Oh,
well, she did this with filament swaps.
Cool.
Nice.
So I was like, that is so awesome. So I thought it was really cool. Like I said, she did it with filament swaps through the print, and super cool to see like a 3D printed version.
Is this like traced in some sort of 3D modeling program? I mean, how was this done? Do we have any idea?
I will have to ask her. I'm not sure if she's on right now. I didn't see her comment yet, but
yeah,
3D print buddy's here.
Yeah, she's there.
Is she here? Okay, good. So she'll have to comment. Like, did you trace this? I don't think she said anything. She just said that she liked it and she thought she needed more work. But it's supposed to be this one right here.
Yeah. See, if that would have been me, it would have been a blowtorch and some loose filament, and it would have looked great.
That would have been an awesome video. See,
oh,
yes.
I think you could probably get about
a lithogram.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Kris, I think you could get about 40 minutes doing that if you need to make a video.
Hey, if I was trying to reproduce this, it would probably take 40 minutes.
Want to waste my
I
time?
love it. Well, nice work. I love it. What do you guys think? Someone taking a picture of a painting, and turning it into a switched color at layer lithogram.
I like it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is good. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it.
That's like Garrett's Coke can that he did with the resin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys saw that video. That was a super cool video. I need to still work on that. Maybe I could do that with the Mars. Here's another one. The Road Gun Shield. Yeah, literally. Yeah, they're doing some really cool stuff. This was just a lot of fun. This is who just prints little plastic boats, because if you don't know, they're doing a Benchy a day, or a year worth of Benchies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they took a break from that. They printed this insanely special Polymaker 3D Polymide PA6 GF. Yeah, that.
It rolls right off the tongue. That's the one you want to have to advertise.
Yeah, perfect. And they Bugman Copper Cauldron.
Ooh.
And they tested this out, and you could see.
How long does that last?
Oh, a good decent amount. I think it's some special PLA special filament, let us know in the
sure
chat
that's what
what
they were
makes it
testing it
special,
for.
because I didn't look it up. But
Don't try this at home.
yeah, he said that. Don't try this at home. I have 15 years experience with fire and poi, and just be careful. So
Unless
but
you're
that
doing
was
a
awesome.
fondue, Brian.
There it is, glass-filled nylon.
There it is.
Wow.
Nice. It's barely untouched.
It's
That-
barely
You need to do
untouched.
some s'mores.
It's barely untouched, meaning it's mostly melted.
Or it's mostly touched.
It's
Yeah.
been touched.
Oh, so good. He said, I don't have full use of my last two fingers, and we did have a few drops and mishaps. Sorry. So good. But that was a cool video. I think we need to see more fire from the community. We had Joel hacking stuff up. I think we need to see more fire.
Yeah.
More toxic fumes.
I could.
Let's see if the resin just lights. I got resin over here. We can just
There
see
you
if
go.
it does it burn. I don't know. Does wet resin burn?
That's a new segment we need for the HotMakes show. Does it burn?
Does it burn?
Does it burn?
HotMakes, does it burn?
I mean, Blend Tech has will it blend. HotMakes can have will it burn.
There's so many wrong things that
Have
could be
filament
said
companies
during that
send in just samples, and we'll just see if they catch fire.
Yes,
Nice. Good idea.
I like it. That's as good of idea as printing a very strong hammer in resin and smashing a printer. Huh?
I have a couple in mind.
I think it has that been done? I'm not sure.
It should be done.
It
If we
should
did-
be done.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about it, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah.
We've talked about it so much. I really thought one of us did it already.
I think one of us needs to do it. Hey, that
is
would be
the-
that would be a good to use this this onyx resin here to see if it would print a hammer big enough to smash that
Print it solid, yeah.
the printer that shall not be named.
That's a special
name
kind
it
of
Fred?
artist. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Someone brought up a good point. Was this the first hot make that involved fire? I don't remember. It might have been.
With resin though, I mean, we saw in one of Joel Telling's videos where he was burning some resin prints, and we saw. I mean, that they'll take quite a bit of heat if you were to print this in resin.
Yeah,
I think it'd probably burn for a while.
I think we should find out. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
So good. Well, nice work, you guys. This is such a fun thing, and hopefully your finger feelings come back sometime soon. But so much fun, and keep up the fun with the benchies too. We love seeing that. What do we got? Oh, this one.
This was
I love
great.
that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was really nice.
We need the audio.
Musky zone.
So what? I think it will play the audio. Let's just make sure. So explain what we're seeing. I'll let you guys explain what we're seeing here. Someone. There we go.
Absolutely.
So good.
You said there we go like there's audio, but there isn't. I think it's only on your
Oh,
end.
there's not?
No.
No.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
hearing
it's
it.
only on your end.
Oh,
You got to share screen with audio.
I did. Weird. Well, there's audio, I promise. And it's like,
We're just going to make up the audio. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. It's better
So-
than actually having sound.
So, what are we seeing? What do you guys like about this?
Well, I like two things about it. One, a small 3D printed synthesizer, and two, just the tune sounded really cool.
Was this like old school, like 80s synth? Is that what we were getting out of it?
Yeah, pretty much. It kind of had it didn't have a hard jump between each note. It kind of blended the one note to the next.
Yeah.
Nice.
I forget the musical term for that, but
Yeah. Did we
Wanna
have the
share it
picture
again,
of
just
the
in case.
inside of
Little
it?
pitch bender there.
yeah.
You got the shot of the inside of it when you pull it back up, because I think that's pretty cool to show how to. One thing I like about this, anytime you 3D print something and you want to make it functional and you want to make the parts move, I think it's really cool to see what different solutions
What
people
does
come
it?
up for the movable parts.
All right, let's see if you guys can hear it now.
No.
No? It's so crazy because I can hear it.
But we heard
Anyways,
We heard
I
that.
promise it sounds really cool.
Yeah,
I don't see the part. Is there parts somewhere? Let's see.
I think, yeah, we have to click on the actual. Yeah, there's no. Anyway, maybe I saw it posted somewhere else. Oh, what was that? More sound effects.
That was
very
Gary in the
realistic.
background.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're
It's
getting
really
closer.
cool. I love that, like you said, it's 3D printed. And I wonder if it's going to be open source. There's not a lot out that I see on it. So
Yeah. Someone said it was Arduino based, which is cool because that means it
That is
fits
cool.
inside real easily and it plays music. And yeah, it'd be really nice if it also had MIDI output and then you could record what you're playing. That would be great. and at that point, you can just turn it into general key presses, and you've got yourself a little functional keyboard. I need a USB converter.
Some general key presses for a major scale.
There,
there we go.
Mm.
All right, what do we got next? Billy Rubin. Oh man, did you guys see this one yet? So
Corner dust
printed
blockers.
some decorative dust corners.
when I saw this one, what I was thinking was, well, can I get them that pretty much just go all the way around my floorboards because the corners probably isn't enough.
Apparently, this used to be a thing long
haven't seen
ago, and then people went away from it. But have you guys ever seen something that like this?
I haven't, but I can imagine that being a thing back in the olden
Yeah.
days.
I don't know if I'd make mine gold, but I could see them matching the floorboards. If you did them in white or even black, they would be pretty cool.
It was the
I kind of envision them being made
pre-Hoover
out of
days.
brass or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I get it. It's like dust. She calls them decorative dust corners. I'm assuming it's like so when you're sweeping and stuff, the dust doesn't just go into the corner, right?
Right.
That's my theory, and I
And
see it's on
sticking to it.
Prusa printers, so we're gonna have to see if she'll drop them on things. We'll just throw that out there. But I mean, I just
So is that Gryffindor or is that Slytherin there?
right. Well, that's. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have my my. Let's see. Can you see that Slytherin? It says
Danger
Danger
Noodles.
noodles.
Danger noodle.
Yeah, danger
Excellent.
noodles. But yeah, I think that's. I mean, it's a cool idea. I just never saw it before, and it made me want to go Google what the heck a dust corner was. And
And did you?
no,
So you're
How'd
lacking
that research
follow-through.
go? Tell us all
it
about
made
it.
me want to, but then I didn't. So
You sound like you have a life or something.
I was super busy today. Actually, let's go Google it right now. No.
I'm sure we have some
Gary,
music for that. Where's the
Can you
Google
find
music?
can you find examples of old time decorative dust corners for us and let me know when you have some links. We'll pull them up. That'll be fun. All right, what do we got next? By the way, Billy
There we
Rubin, thank
go.
you so much. That was a lot of fun. So this is the Bugman cauldron that we saw a little bit ago,
Oh, that's cool.
kinda. But it's printed in Protopasta Copper Composite PLA. And I think it came out absolutely awesome. Let's print stuff. I maked these. I like it.
So that
Fun.
copper is supposedly the color of the filament, maybe with a little bit of aging done to it.
Yeah, how'd they do the patina on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like, let's see, to smooth the cauldron and oxidize the patina.
Nice.
Cracking. Oh, I did my best to try that. Then added a little brass paint for the
Okay.
cauldron fittings.
I love it.
So that's
Yeah,
really
the crack is a nice touch.
Yeah, it's got a cracking.
Crack the kraken.
cool. Yeah, I do. I agree there. That's a really cool cauldron. Check out Bugman and grab that because I think that'd be a lot of fun to print. So you can do this easily in resin, right, Garrett? I mean,
Mhm,
it's a
sure.
pretty simple resin print.
Yeah.
And then you could print it or paint it any colors you wanted, right?
Yep.
I like this thing of using practical materials and getting the finish you want out of them. It was I tried to do something like that when I printed a small scale Stormbreaker once, where I was trying to do the wood filament for the handle and everything. But with wood, I ran into the problem of creating seams. Very difficult to get rid of the seams when you take two pieces and put them together. But as long as everything fits onto the print bed, I just love the look of pulling the natural materials out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to check that out. I do like the idea of taking, like this guy, this person, right? They used the copper composite PLA, and then Lightspeed said they used, what was it, baking soda and vinegar to oxidize.
That's nice.
And I have not gotten any finishing much at all because I really suck at it. And like 2 weeks ago, and that was like the most of my painting that I've almost ever done that I could ever remember, probably because I just, besides the garage, and you don't want to see that.
You can't get into finishing if you don't start.
There you go.
Ooh, yeah.
So are those composite? Are those composite filaments hard on the nozzles?
Typically, yeah, because it's real metal, and so if you're printing with anything that's harder than your nozzle, it's going to wear it. But I don't know. At this point, there are a couple of things I replace on a printer early on when I get it, and usually one of them's the nozzle, and I like to replace the nozzle just because then I don't have to worry about what I print in it. So if I can replace it with aluminum nozzle or a hardened steel nozzle, just get it over with.
Yeah.
What's the other thing that you replace? The firmware?
The firmware. No, what else? Usually, the extruder, particularly if it comes with one of those old plastic ones.
Yeah.
Because those plastic extruders just are notorious for breaking pretty quickly.
True story. I think we all, almost all have videos on that too. So if you want to see what we're talking about,
I've done at least one.
Pick a channel at random.
Yeah, just grab one.
We'll have something about replacing an extruder.
It really depends on how much time you have. So if you want like the awesome, super in-depth, why it works, how it works, and how to make it work better, I would definitely start with Kris. Plan on an hour, but you'll get there. And no.
I'm not even embarrassed anymore. It's just the way.
No, that's so cool. The thing is, though, when we watch your videos, one of the first ones. I don't say first ones. One of the ones that sticks out in my mind is you did like a fan showdown for the Ender 5 or Ender 5 Plus, and I can't remember which one that was, but I know it was one of those
that
printers.
was early on I think that was the Ender 5.
Yeah, and it was one of those, like, I watched that video a couple times, and I was like, man, this is awesome. It was a fan duct. That's what it was.
Yes. Yep.
Fan ducts. And you compared a bunch of them, and it was super informative. And, it was just a cool thing. I didn't care that it was super long because you actually you said the info we want to see, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have, like, Garret, who puts out an awesome video on, like, resin tutorial or, best resin to use, that kind of stuff. And it's probably, what would you say, Garret? 10 minutes or less?
Something like that. Yeah, 10, 15 minutes.
Or lasers even.
Yeah.
It's your fault that I even got lasers because like you posted that you posted the Hulk and I was like, I have to have this. All right, just take my money, right? And so I mean stuff like that. And then if you want to have a lot of fun, puns and stealing my hair, you can watch Bryan. That's how that works. No, I'm just
you're still jealous.
Should have been slow motion, Bryan.
Yeah, no, that was phenomenal. Slow motion hair flick. If you didn't see that, you got to find it on Twitter. So it looks like this is the thing.
Yep.
I'm
were you just looking for other dust corner examples, or what were you looking for?
Yeah, we're just gonna check this out real quick. So Gary found us some dust corner example in case you want to order some.
Found.
You
I
can buy
just
them
Googled
in
it.
brass. They're ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, I see that you could put them in your stair corners here.
Those are cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones in the stair corners, I can't stop looking at those.
I got that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy.
All of a sudden,
okay.
though, you're showing
I got
some
it.
of these, and I'm going, my house is not fancy enough for this. I can't print these because I don't have that carpet on my stairs that you showed there in the middle one.
Let us know in the comments if you ever seen this before, and would you ever use it in your house? That's another question. Super interesting. I never saw this, and Billy Rubin, thank you for jogging our creativity, making us learn something today, because apparently there's dust corners.
That's a thing. Wow.
I love it. I don't have any stairs. Well, that just throw them in a random corner. You don't need stairs.
They don't have to be on the stairs.
Yeah.
You can put them in the kitchen.
I got my hair flick. I love it. Oh man. Good for wood flooring. Yeah. So you know what? That was pretty awesome. Now this next one, Evan. Man, over at Coco Press, Evan's such a good dude, and I had the pleasure to hang out with him a bit at Murph this year, and he was talking about this project. We featured it a few weeks ago. It wasn't done yet. He was just starting it, but he finally finished his 3D printed marble run. I told him he has to tag us when he's ready. It's 5 feet tall.
Wow.
It's motorized, and it's full rainbow. You guys ready for this?
Nice. It's marble madness.
Yes. It's so good. Oh. So it starts at the top there.
That chain's impressive.
That is impressive.
I like the
Apparently,
chain.
oh, there we go. Let me scroll back.
Look at
There we
that.
go. So yeah, the chain goes. It picks them back up. But so they go down the first one. They jump through the ring of fire.
Little pachinko action there.
Yeah.
And then Lombard Street.
How many
One more
Price is Rights can you win on this one?
Exactly.
Right. All of them.
Oh, little
All
Hot
of them.
Wheels.
So good.
Very cool. I like
There's
all the
a
different
lot
colored
of
filaments
time
there.
in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
300 to 400 hours, I think he said,
Wow.
of printing. And then the chain just takes them back up. I like how each one has its own little drop, to go to the next level there.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole table is 3D printed too.
Oh, nice.
When I see this one, I'm also looking at it going, I'm pretty good with Fusion 360, but making a project like this would really teach me how to do everything with Fusion 360 I don't know how to do.
Yeah.
Because
Well, and I
there's just
think-
so many different shapes and different 3D designs you have to figure out in order to do something like this, like the spiral ring that he did on it. I mean, some of that's really more complicated to figure out.
Well, and actually, I think I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'll find it, and if we don't find it by the end of the episode, I'll tag it later. But he's using another person's, basically a configurator for the marble runs. So you configure it how you want
I
it.
have seen that
cool.
before.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And then I believe that's what he's doing. And then he's putting
There's
a
a
bunch of them
generator.
together. And I think he, and I think he, made the whole thing around it, right? So I'm sure, I could be wrong, but I think he designed maybe this around it. But
Mhm.
maybe not. Maybe it
Probably
all.
the chain too.
I want to know what's plugged in behind the door. Doggone it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's a beefy cable. What is that?
It is. What is that?
That might be a Coco Press. I don't know. I mean,
Well, if
you
you
never know.
know,
It's-
if you notice,
Glowing under there?
due to the doorknob, we can tell that it's a commercial building.
Yes.
Right. Yep.
Do a little sleuth work there.
And there's a whiteboard there. So
Yeah.
what's in the next
That's
room?
What's in the next room?
I like the every level is like a different color of the rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, go find Evan on Twitter right now and ask him what's in the next door. Like, let's just go bomb him
Yeah.
during the show. We saw this on HotMakes. What's in the next door?
Hold on. Click on it one more time because I need to make sure. Did we get all the colors in order? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
We're good. Although
Yep.
pink
Yep.
doesn't count.
No.
You don't get to put pink in the rainbow.
Yeah, come on.
The Marble Run module thing, is that called Out of Marbles?
Yes, I think
Yes.
that is at the very bottom of it. Let's see, at the very bottom of it, you can actually see.
Oh, yep. Yeah, at the bottom of the thing. Yep.
There
That's
you go.
nice.
Yeah, that's
So
what I found
there
when
you
I
go.
searched
So it's
for-
called Out of Marbles.
Yeah.
Coex, if you're watching, I'm gonna need some more film, man.
I'll throw a link in the chat.
Do it.
That
Although
will be a fun
might,
video.
You might need a marble sponsor.
There you go.
A ball bearing sponsor.
Ball bearing
Yeah.
sponsor.
Whatever they use. I wonder if Dave Randolph has ball bearings we could use. I know, he's watching from Printed Solid. Maybe we could get some ball bearings or something. But that's
Jim,
awesome,
you need to build one of those that run around the length of your studio.
Yes. Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, the best point would be when it fails, though, right during the live stream.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then they all just start pouring onto the desk. It kind of, if you did it like that, right, it would kind of remind me of one of those things where you start a motion.
Rube Goldberg.
There you go. Rube Goldberg, it's not really a machine, right? But it's...
No, that's what they're called, Rube Goldberg machines.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't consider like golf balls and books part of a machine, but it could be. But I mean, there's been some epic ones out there, and that's like a whole nother night of YouTube searching if you dive into that madness. But I mean, maybe you can make it like that, where you like start it over here and it like does all its things, and then it comes back up another conveyor, and that would be trippy.
It kicks a laser off.
I'm guessing you might have a stepper motor or two that you could use to power
Yeah.
the lifts.
Yeah, I could find an artist, and I think they're labeled D's. The stepper motors I have. It's a bad joke. Yeah. Everybody's like, what are they talking about? I gave that printer away. Actually, Shane, if you're with us, he has that printer. Shane, did you ever get your Artist D working? I know firmware blew it up, and it was fun for him to try to get that working. So, all right, what do we got next? Last but not least, Kris tagged us in something.
What?
I'll let you take it away, Kris. What are we seeing?
So this is a Cad Bane model. This has got to be one of the nicest prints I've ever done, particularly in resin. And this came from the Galactic Armory, this is the first time I ever purchased anything from them. And they've got really good prices over there, particularly considering the quality of these models. And I wish that I was a painter, because I would love to paint this appropriately. But as it stands now, I'm probably going to rub and buff it until it looks like it was made of metal, at least.
Wow, that's clean,
Wow.
Kris.
It's just really clean. And that's what I really love about it, is how all of the details came out. You can't see any layer lines unless you... Honestly, I don't even know if I could see layer lines if I tried, because of the amount of texture on the model. But
Nice.
this was printed on my Mono X, thanks to Uncle Jesse's profile that he provided. I made one little tweak to it to make the bottom layers look a little bit nicer. But it's just, it's definitely
really
the best
good
print I've gotten off of there.
So good. So it must have been printed on its back with supports, is what I'm seeing here, right?
It came out like this, and
is it pre-supported?
no.
Oh, that's huge, actually.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is pretty much as big as that printer could print, because it did lay down a little bit. It took 2 times in the wash and cure, one up and one down,
Wow.
in order to be able to. I've got an offer there. I'm going to have to come back to that one later, since I'm not taking notes. I've got an offer to paint it for me, so I might take him up on that.
Yoav said he would paint it for you.
Okay. Well, I may take him up on that, because, again, if you're not familiar with this character, this is Cad Bane, originally Star Wars, Clone Wars originally, but he's made it into the Bad Batch now.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, if you're interested in this, they have 4 different models of Cad Bane, and you can buy it as a 4-pack. So I've got 3 more of these I need to print.
Good. And man, that's just such a great. What resin was this?
This is Soraya Tech. And,
Okay.
it's one of those things you see, like, so many channels that start talking about one particular brand of filament or one particular brand of resin, and you don't know if they're all sponsored or if it's any good or if it's just like every other resin. But after having tried several brands of resin, this has been absolutely one of the best.
That's my go-to.
It works every time. If I have the same settings in every time, the print comes out every time. And I finally have a resin printer that I can rely on the way I do some of my FDM printers.
Nice.
You know, and that's you know, not too long of a rant here, but I think that's kind of the holy grail of 3D printing, at least for me, is when I have a printer that I can finally feel comfortable sending a print to, and knowing even if I walk away, there's a high likelihood that it will continue to do what it's supposed to for at least a given amount of time. And so the fact that I have a resin printer now that I feel that comfortable with is really nice.
That's awesome. I have 5 and I love them all. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check out that model, and it was a big model. I didn't expect that from the picture. So when you held that up, next time we need a banana for scale. I just want to throw it out there. But
it's right behind me somewhere.
You want a banana?
See. Mandalorian for scale.
I can bring you in alone.
You got a tiny head, or that's a small helmet. I'm
So
not
those
sure.
of us with Mando helmets,
This one doesn't fit my head.
Yeah. Who was it that got it? Who was it that was going to get it stuck? Was it Bryan's?
Oh yeah, you got the rainbow helmet.
I thought Chris was going to get his head stuck.
Nice.
It was in the Iron Man helmet.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
That's fantastic. Everyone's got one. Everybody's got a favorite helmet.
I didn't finish this yet. But
really, those big holes in the side aren't part of the model?
no. Oh yeah, they are. No.
Oh, Garret felt left out. So he just left.
I love that.
Everyone leave. It's my show.
Some of my favorite filaments as well.
Okay, I've got
Torch
mine
3D.
here.
Nice. That's awesome.
That's Hunter from the Bad Batch.
That's very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to do a couple of those.
Yep.
That's cool.
Someone asked about the supports. I can comment on that. The supports were almost all of them were auto-generated. I added a couple of little ones to support like the gun to make sure that it didn't die, because I would have hated if that was the one place that it didn't survive. And then I think I took a couple out because sometimes it's a little liberal with the supports in the back. But these were pretty much all auto-generated in G2 Box with the medium supports.
Nice. And
Don't
are
get
you
me
using
started
the
on
3D
G2
print?
Box.
Huh?
Yeah.
Don't get me started on G2 Box.
Oh no! This is just about. I'm running an old one still.
Yeah,
Old
I have
firmware,
to.
old G2 Box. It's great.
I've got this gaming PC that I do like all my video editing on, and I put the G2 Box Pro on it, and it's a memory hog. I mean, it just drags the machine down. I mean, I don't like to beat up on G2 Box. It's what I use, but yeah, I'm just I'm kind of disappointed in how the Pro is running.
I don't think we really have a choice if we
No.
use this printer here. I mean,
No, it's got a G2 board in it too. I mean, it's
Now,
you can't
with the
lose-
latest versions of G2 Box, I still have the problem of it won't let go of my USB stick unless I freaking turn off the program.
Yep.
Unless I shut down the program, it holds the USB stick. It won't let me eject it.
well, what do you someone made a comment, the Elegoo Jupiter was announced, and I mean, I don't know what it's going to be. I know they're doing a Kickstarter, so be careful there or whatever, but I tell you, I think the Kickstarter price is going to be like $600.
Oh yeah. Yep.
For a 15-inch screen?
It's huge.
If I remember, or is it 12? Is
So
it
it's like a
12 and half?
laptop that you pour resin on?
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, and
But someone's
think
mentioning printing a helmet on it, and you're still not printing a helmet on it because all the screens are either widescreen or 3x4 aspect ratio. And until they get square screen, my idea was, why don't we take two screens, put them next to each other, and then actually finally have a resin printer that could print something round or square? That would be great.
Scott's funny. Scott Latine says he's holding out for the goose. Oh, so good.
See, I don't want to have 50. I don't want to have 50-gallon drums of resin.
That's what I was
going
to say. I mean, the cool thing is that in the back of the Saturn, they say that you're supposed to be able to screw a bottle in and it'll fill it for you. But what they're not telling you, excuse my eyes started watering. What they're not telling you is that it's going to take 3 liter, 2 liters or 3 liters to fill the vat. I mean, the big ones now already take at least 2, right?
At least 2.
So
yeah.
and so you figure what, there's $40 a liter.
And
I
what
don't
if you
know
get what if you get a fail?
Yeah,
I guarantee you that's when you start stocking up anytime you see a sale.
Yep.
Which I recently did. I don't know. I've never used this Creality resin, but they put up a sale on Creality resin that was like buy one, get one free. And I bought like 4 bottles of it.
Nice. Well, and
I don't know if it's any good yet. I haven't used it.
3D Resin Solutions does
3D Resin Solutions, yeah.
Yeah, it does the big ones here, and this has been awesome. This has been going strong for me for a while, but I mean, that's something that people don't talk about a lot. They're like, "Oh, look at these awesome prints! They're so big, they're so cool," but it only cost me $120 to, print this face mask for.
It's why Uncle Jesse has had sponsors for so long, because he could never afford to run his channel on resin.
Right.
Jim's over here going, "I get my resin in a pickle bucket."
Yeah, exactly.
At Firehouse Subs.
Ironically, I used to
Sauce
clean my
bucket.
prints in a pickle bucket too. So there's that. But the pickle jar bucket, right?
That bucket will be just the right size when you want to fill it up with IPA.
Dude, it's crazy. It's going to be, some of the bigger ones. I got this one and this one over here, and Garret has much larger printers than we do, or than I do at least. And I mean, some of them are just you fill them and you're like, holy! Just thinking about how much money you just dumped in that, and like you said, you get a fail, and it's like, man, there just went $15 of resin,
Want to start scraping down that 21-inch screen where the
21 screen. Oh, so good. Trent Risto says you could do a folding screen. You know what? Samsung's doing it. Why not? That's a good idea. But yeah, I think it's interesting because everything is going so much bigger, but they're also going higher resolution, and there's that whole like miniature argument about how many pixels can fit in and if it's really going to be better. But at some point, are you going to see a difference?
Did Jesse publish his 8K video yet? Did that come out before this video?
There's not that much of a difference.
Well, no. I mean, did you get the 8K printer?
I haven't got the 8K printer. No,
Yeah,
I know a couple folks that do, but
I mean, he's talked about it a little bit on his Patreon supporters, and so I'm looking forward to seeing the actual video on it, because the video has some details about his experience with it, and I think it'll be really a good one. So if you haven't,
when you have to stick a model under a microscope to be able to see the differences, and it's
particularly if you're going to paint it, because the paint is going to coat some of those layer lines and details anyway, particularly on a resin print.
And if you're using a rattle can, you just kind of messed up all the resolution, unless you're really good with an airbrush, to lay down the base coat.
This is true. Well, and I just got I haven't done it. It's sitting over here. I'm going to do a live stream probably on it, or maybe I'll do a video on this one. But I think they're saying it's like ultra HD. It's 640 by 3840 resolution on like a 5-inch screen.
Wow.
And it's ultra high precision, and I want to double check my thing. I believe it's a 5-inch screen, and so it's not a big printer, right? As far as screen size goes,
it's just like a TV monitor or a computer monitor of any sort. It's like 8K on a screen this big doesn't make any sense because the pixels are too small for you to care. Now, if we're talking about a 21-inch monitor and you want to put 8K on it or 4K on it, now you're going to start seeing the difference.
Yeah.
When we have projection printers that are projecting it up onto the display.
Let us know in the chat. What do you guys think? I mean, are you guys up for the bigger screens with the highest resolution? Would you rather stick with the smaller ones? What do you print too? Because I mean, that's going to be a big thing. You could print, 40 miniatures at the same time. I guess you could print your whole army probably, or half of it pretty quick. But the thing is, like, I don't know. The Mars 3 is fast. I imagine you've been printing with yours, Garret. It's fast.
It's fast.
Like, very fast.
I'm the only person on the planet who doesn't yet have a resin printer.
Shame on you.
I can send you one.
We'll send you one. We'll send you mini.
Will we take up a collection to get Bryan a
Yes,
resin
that's
printer?
I think he's been offered several. I just
I'm
think
sure
it's-
he has.
I turned him down
I'm sure
because
he has.
Yeah.
I'm a slob. I can't keep a neat work area.
Yeah, you know, and Tripod's Garage makes a very good point. The screens are considered consumables. I wonder what the replacement costs are going to be for those bigger screens. Well, they also say they're supposed to last a whole lot longer.
Oh, yeah,
but
mono screens.
You're absolutely correct. I bought one to fix this Peopoly, the Phenom that I got. I traded somebody, and I got a terrible deal on a Phenom. And if anyone wants it, if you're in Wisconsin, I'll sell it to you for $500. But but it has a new screen and a bunch of new electronics. I just don't have time to put it together and make it work. But I bought a new screen. It's $150, I think,
Because
from
of the size of the
Peopoly.
screen and mono.
Yeah, and
well, because the early printers that were coming out, like if we're talking about like my other one I keep on my desk, which is the original Photon, you could get those because they were just cell phone displays.
They were cell phone displays.
And so you can go all day long and buy you a ton of them. And
Right.
I mean, they're probably what, $20 at this
Yeah,
point or
15,
something.
20 bucks.
Right, yeah.
15, 20
they're
bucks.
super cheap.
But when you go to a 15-inch screen that's 8K, now you're talking about a high-end monitor price. And if it's a
Right.
mono screen, this isn't something you can just buy off of your local Chinese website. This has to be bought through the company. So
Yeah, Ethan's dad says the Saturn screens are $79, so that's not terrible for
That's
the
not bad
Saturn
at all.
screens.
well, and let's be honest, just like a lot of the things on the FDM printers, unless you're printing nonstop on the thing, you're not wearing it out overnight. I mean, I print casually on my mono at this point, and I have no idea. I don't think it's going to wear out anytime soon at the rate that I print on it. It's kind of like I said, the FDM printers. It's like, how fast do you wear out nozzles? Well, how much carbon fiber filament are you printing through your printer? And until you quantify that, you don't know how long it's going to last.
Yeah, and there's always arguments on both sides. And just a heads up, I want to give everybody a heads up. This is your last warning. Sign up for the giveaway. We're going to do that in minutes. I see that it's about 7 now, and we weren't paying attention to time too much. But this is, you have like a minute or two. We're going to do some giveaways real quick. But Sarah Johnson says she runs 3 Saturns almost consistently, no issues at all. The Sweet Bee says the learning curve she thought was pretty easy. And I think once you get in that groove, and Garret has some really good videos about helping you get in that groove, it's not so bad. You set up your battle station per se, and you have your routine. But
that was the first thing I spent money on was getting set up for resin, not taking it casually, because a resin spill is a nasty thing to happen. And so being set up for that, and having the right mats for it. I got these great silicone dog mats that you put dog food on, and they've got a lip on them, and they're fantastic.
Yep.
I just picked up. They had these on sale, and I made a mistake of putting it under an RC car I was working on, so it's all nice and dirty now.
It's a giant mouse pad.
Look at this.
Nice.
I mean, this is a 24 by 36, and I picked up 3 of them. They're on sale for like $18 a piece or something on Amazon. I'll
you put it on the floor, you put it on the table.
Yeah. Well, I would have set my wash and cure station. The top that it's on is that size, so I can set it right on there, and then set the printers on another one or 2. Last call for your giveaway. If you're not registered, I hope you get there quick, because we're going to pull it pretty quick. The other thing that I hate about resin myself is when you have a failure and you have to drain the vat. And it's inevitable that it happens, and you got to drain, 1.5 liters or 2 liters of resin, filter it back to those cheap Chinese freaking filters back into the whatever you're using, and then go from there. I really like the new cleaning, we'll call them cleaning features on a lot of these, where you can throw in some old supports, and it'll flash that layer. And Uncle Jesse did a video on how to make one, I think, and that's been like a lifesaver. But if you're pulling that out and it breaks, I just did that.
That didn't help at all, did it?
I was pulling it, and I was like, chink. I'm like, oh man, now I gotta dump this all out and start over, and that's my worst part for me.
So is that like the resin equivalent of doing a cold pull?
Kind
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, it's more like doing a bunch of swearing while you're trying to dump it really
Yeah.
slow with one hand, and I don't. Maybe Garrett has a hack for this, but it takes me too long to dump a big vat. Actually, what I did this last time is I got like a pitcher, and I dumped it into the pitcher, cleaned it all out, and then I was able to like hold the filter thing and pour it through the filter back into the vat just in case. And it wasn't so bad to try to hold the whole vat up in an angle.
I'm going. Greg just brought something up, and I was in a chat the other day, and this was brought up by somebody about the idea of how many
Good point,
gloves
Greg.
you go through.
Yeah.
One thing I stopped doing was disposable gloves, because number one, I hate the waste of disposing of all of these gloves. Number one, they're terrible for the environment if you care about such things, and number two, they've gotten more and more expensive since the pandemic. So I've switched to these heavy duty, shop gloves, and I just use these all the time. And what I do is I just clean them out in my cleaning vat when I'm done, and I have a towel nearby. And I've just stopped using disposable gloves altogether because these do the trick, and they're easy to clean up if you've got your cleaning solution nearby.
Are they made out of silicone? Could you just stick them out in the sunlight and let it cure and just break the stuff off
I'd
the
have
outside?
to look what they're made out of. But yeah, no, absolutely. I've actually cured the resin on it with my flashlight, and it just pops right off.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I think that these are a much better way of doing it. And like I said, they're chemical safe. They're shop gloves. And
So that's how you know you're serious into resin printing.
like I said,
You get the heavy-duty gloves.
these are so much cheaper, though, than buying the gloves,
Yeah.
even at Harbor Freight, because even the Harbor Freight price on gloves have gone up. So.
Think, are
Wait,
you ready for your cleaning?
Yeah. That's what we do. Chris shows up and he's like, "Hang on."
1 second, guys. I'm almost ready.
So good. All right, we got to do some giveaways real quick.
Let's give something
$50
away.
It's the
to
wheel of things.
Amazon.com, courtesy of Things. Thank you so much. This is the Wheel of Things. I loaded up. We got 86 entries. I'm just going to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I did. You know what? Someone got a last minute entry in there. So let me just grab it.
Select all.
I didn't
Copy
pull it.
paste.
Yeah. How about the shift key? That would be good. There we go.
Spin to win.
Let's see. We'll delete this. 87 entries now. And I'm going to, because there's 3 of us today and we're running a little late, I'm just going to rock and roll. So here we go. This one's for a $50 Things. $50 Amazon gift card courtesy of Things. Here we go. Very dramatic. Guy, Land Zone. If you're here, give us a chat in the chat. Let's
Give
know
us a
you're here.
chat in the chat. Yes.
Give us a chat in the chat.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Very nice.
Ba-dum-bum.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah,
He's taggable.
that's awesome.
Very nice.
Borat.
So,
Oh, there he is.
so good. So, real quick, is he in there?
Yep.
There he is.
Yes. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
$50.
guy.
I'll be doing that tomorrow, I believe. I'm going to do all those tomorrow. So, so this next thing, I want to show a quick video, and we're going to be quick about this because we're going to give away a. It is translucent yellow recycled PETG from Green Gate 3D. It's a roll of that, and there's a reason why we're going to give that away. It's a featured on this next thing I'm about to show you. It is actually a turn signal lens for a 1969 Opel Kadett. They're really hard to come by, and this person, his name is Chris, was able to design it and use that Green Gate translucent yellow. And I'm going to show that real quick here because I got this video, and it's super cool to see this. So this is a there we go. what did I say, 1969 Opal Cadet turn signal lens that otherwise, is super hard to come by. And this person put it together and made it work using, 3D printing. So I think that was a really awesome thing to do.
Cool.
Kris, I think he's with us. I think it's Kris Shipman is his name, and such an awesome thing. I think he's doing a lot more stuff. So stay tuned, because we're gonna have to feature some of his stuff coming up on the auto part side of things, because that's something that a lot of people don't talk about: 3D printing and auto parts, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and I've done it too. I mean, there's some parts on my vehicle that were these little like license plate holders that I couldn't get from the original company anymore, or I would have had to buy the whole part or something, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I absolutely think that's awesome, and nice work, Kris. But that was printed out of that translucent yellow from Green Gate 3D. It's recycled PETG. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly suggest it. It's super cool stuff. We had the opportunity to hang out with Rich and the crew at Murph, and super awesome company and a lot of fun down there. And let me pull back the wheel. Bam! All right, here we go. 86 people left, because you can't win twice. A lot of people are talking about printing stuff. Nice. Here we go.
I'm missing the Renaissance Festival. That's what that. I don't know why.
Shane, there you go.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Shane.
What's funny is we had another Shane that won a few weeks ago, or maybe a couple months or something ago, and this Shane's not that Shane. There's a different Shane.
Now,
this
don't
is
be
so
ashamed.
good. This is the Shane.
This is the Shane, and Shane's
There
with
it
us.
is.
Shane is actually the one that has the artist D, and I didn't see if he responded earlier, if he ever got that thing working. I gave it to him, and it was awesome. And then I believe they did a production run of the firmware or something, and we had pre-production units at that time. It didn't go well. They changed parts or boards or something.
Boy,
But,
that would really drag this show on if you really want to go down that path.
Yeah, let's
No, it's not. All right.
One hot end works. Shane
There
says.
you go. There you go.
You got that IDEX
no,
printer, and one amazing hot end is working.
Monodex.
I love it. Well, thank you guys so much. Before we go, real quick, we'll start at Bryan and kind of make our way around. Let everybody know who you are, where they can find you, and that kind of stuff. Go for it, Bryan.
I'm Bryan. You can find me on Twitter at Bryan_Vines. That's Bryan with a Y. You can find me on YouTube, the BV3D channel, and that's me. Next.
Garrett's next this time.
Oh, I'm next. Oh, stop it.
Moved around.
I'm Garret. You can find me on YouTube at 3D Print Farm, or on Twitter at 3D Print Farm. I also have an Instagram account, so same logo, same handle, 3D Print Farm.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Same bat channel.
And look for Hot Rod.
Look for Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Look for the beard.
Talk to the beard.
I'm Kris. I'm on Kersey Fabrications, pretty much all the socials. I even have a TikTok account, but I've only posted one thing there, thank goodness. and like people say, I like long form videos because I like to explain things totally. I'm trying to put out more videos, but everything's irregular on my channel. So come for the long form videos, stay for whatever else I decide to post.
Well, Kris, you need to do the milk crate challenge on your TikTok next time.
Oh,
No,
geez.
expand that.
My milk crate challenge is going to be like just printing a bunch of milk crates.
Hey, there you go.
How many milk
That's
crates
awesome.
can this printer fit on its bed?
What?
Very tiny milk crates.
I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for being on. I really appreciate it, everybody. And thank you guys. I know this is kind of a crazy episode because we're all here at once. And maybe as we keep going, I can have you guys individually on if you want to as well. That'd be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thanks for having
I hope
us,
you guys, I hope you had a good time. And welcome to HotMakes, Kris, for the first time. So
Is that, where
I
am
swear I had you on
Where
before. I'm
am I?
sorry. Yeah, that one place. But thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thanks for for sponsoring the show. We definitely couldn't do it without you. We definitely appreciate that. And also, Green Gate 3D, thank you for the gracious role of translucent yellow for Shane. And we will see everybody next week. You guys hang out. I'll be right back with you. But everybody else, you guys have a great week, everybody.
Bye,
See you next
everybody.
Yeah.
Wait, I lied. We're not going to be here next week. Next week is Labor Day. We will not have a show on Labor Day. So don't come next week. I mean, you could come watch a rerun maybe or something. Family.
If anyone's going to be at Dragon Con, hit me up. I'll be at Dragon Con next weekend.
Oh, Dragon Con. There you go. That sounds like actually a lot of fun. Where's that?
It's downtown Atlanta. It takes up about 6 city blocks of host hotels. Obviously, This year's a lot different with all that's going on. It's going to be about half the capacity as normal, but I'm looking forward to that because, people.
Nice. Well, check Kris out at Dragon Con, and we will see you in 2 weeks. And I believe in 2 weeks, on the 13th, we will bring Modbot on as a special guest host. And I can't wait for Modbot. Right after that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's awesome. Right after that, on the 20th, it's Chaos Cortec. The 27th is Chep. And I'll announce October soon. So everybody else, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, everybody. Later.
Peace.
Bye.